5%, bro. You just don't need that in your life.
That is tough.
Double Julies then. So there'll be 7 pistols for the 5 CT players. They'll certainly hear that running into the A bomb site, but only on 1 player. Next runs in and runs out again. Now, is that some kind of bait? Fiku looking to catch Latto. Really needed to land a headshot there. That is going to be regrettable if things don't go their way on this A bomb site. Flame spots them now moving in. coldzera is the first one to get dropped for 00Nation. Latto's coming in for the flank, but degster seems to be aware of this, and he is easily dealt with by the Julies.
Yeah, good spam with those dualies. Can be pretty damn decent if you can spam away with them. And now niko able to stop the T aggression. They're trying to take some map control for the post plant, but it hasn't paid off for them. It is clean as hell from OG on the retake, landing every single shot needed. A couple of double kills sprinkled onto the CT side. And I think for 00Nation, they were clearly trying to sell a fake towards B there with that 1 player throwing some utility. But OG just went so aggressive and got so much map control. And I wonder if 00Nation try and play that way throughout, they might have troubles because there are plenty of options for that CT aggression, as we saw here.
Yeah, try to bait towards A as well, with that single player just making loads of noise. Revealing himself to the donut position, poking into the A-bomb site, then leaving again. Very obvious bait there, little bait and switch. But it didn't work out in their favor, so we'll soon see how they will be approaching the next one. We can see coldzera in the middle. Lots of young'uns around him. Just one quick thing to repair before we will continue. Yeah,
Get those hand warmers out. Keep yourself focused. Got the coach just making sure everything is okay for dumau. Dumau's definitely someone who had high praise from Taco. When I talked to Taco about the players on this team, he said dumau is the hardest working player he has ever played with. And I was coming from Taco, who's played with some legends of the game. So I definitely think it shows in the way dumau plays. He's a very methodical player. Someone worth keeping an eye on the 00Nation side, I would say.
It's nice to have those hard workers. I think with the skill ceiling constantly rising in Counter-Strike, all the edges you can find can make a hell of a difference. I think Rops was a great example of that in the previous match. I was going to ask him some questions in that regard after the match, but we weren't able to get the interview on that occasion for a technical reason. But yeah, I think the more effort you put in, the more you can be rewarded on the server. We'll keep an eye on him and see how he does. Seems
it's
that
almost
everybody is ready
nowadays.
Absolutely.
I feel like back in the day, you'd have players like Shox who could probably show up and just instinctually outfrag people. But it's not easy to do nowadays. Everyone is grinding.
Adapt or die.
Indeed. Here we go. We get ourselves the investment from 00Nation. Remember, they got that bomb down. So they maybe could have invested more into rifles, but they want the utility here. And they've got so much utility for this round, 00Nation. Oh, man. This setup from OG does look pretty decent, though. 3 players committed to B early, and the play ready from 00Nation.
Dexter's got a great position, a great weapon in the M4A4, but he's only good for that 1 frag. That's a big problem. Fiku's going to have to try and get over there if he can. Just gets the reload in time. Keeps the M4 out of the hands of NQZ as well. The rest will be simple to deal with, but that's a nice bomb plant for 00Nation at the very least. 2 kills will be good as well. It's a pretty reasonable round from them.
Yeah, the bomb plant makes it interesting because now their money is so on the edge. You could buy AKs here, but you would have no nades. I don't know if that's viable, but the Galil should certainly be an option. Yeah. Definitely wouldn't be surprised to see a force here.
You're not taking mid with 0 grenades, that much is for sure. And with no mid, you're going to be very limited, especially with the angles around the B bomb sites as well. So you're going to need some util for sure.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we can see they understand that.
It's another half buy, though. Well, a half buy this time, I should say.
It's a light buy.
Yeah.
It's a light
Got
bite.
a little punch behind it, but you know.
Not everybody's got Kevlar. Some will be squishy. Some will be like a plushy toy at a TwitchCon. Others will be more robust with more considerable ballast. Charging into the site once again. Just trying to cause some chaos. That's a perfectly timed flashbang though. Fiku's got a job to do. He has some supports here as well. Bearing in mind, coldzera is still creeping through with the Tech 9. Starting to get expensive now as Fiku's down to the USP. Running out of bullets in that one as well. And then once again, it will be another 2 frags and a bomb plant. So they're keeping that CT economy honest early on as they look for their first round.
Yeah, and they're going to have so much money now with that bomb plant. I mean, look at how much cash they have. They've almost got enough money left behind for another buy in some senses here on the 00Nation side. So that's very nice for them. And I think we have seen some of those creativity signs from 00Nation. In that second round, for example, instead of the standard B execute with the smokes, they went for a really deep smoke towards CT with some chained flashes. So they're definitely a team capable of trying out some new ideas. Seeing if they can keep that up here as this map goes on. niko is the stand-in, playing in that cave position. I think that is when Exa normally would play. But it is, you know, a hard position to hold as the stand-in. So we'll see if he's up to the challenge. Very important area of the map. Right now, though, just a default from 00Nation, and NQZ able to find an opening pick.
Five on 3 then.
Okay. He'll take 2.
Yeah, they've got time to play with, and that time has allowed them to yield another frag. 3 on 5 then, as OG look to keep a clean sheet here. How do they respond to this? The B-bomb site's been abandoned. Flames makes his way to concentrate the efforts towards A. Quick pop flash, not being seen towards B. 30 seconds remain then as we see an execute on that bomb site.
Yeah, this might just be free. 17 seconds. Bomb site wide open for the taking. OG taking a bit of a gamble. And even the save isn't guaranteed. Next has them locked in right now. But that's a really nice round from 00Nation, mainly just to show that they're going to be able to counter some of that CT aggression. Because look at the 2 places on the map where the OG players died. They tried to push down towards B. NQZ was holding with the AWP, picked them both out of the round, and showed that that CT aggression isn't going to be free for OG.
So, 00Nation are roasting us on Twitter.
Oh no, here we go.
Because it's 00Nation. That's so many syllables to say during a cast, bro.
It's just hard. It's a hard life out here. I've always gone 00Nation because I feel like it just rolls off the tongue really nicely. I really like
that's
it.
6 syllables, dude. We're trying to do a job out here. The nation. How do we shorten it?
I'm just going to call them the Brazilian team from now on.
How do we shorten it? 00. But they said 00.
I guess it is that's the same syllables, I guess.
Just go 0. Could just miss a 0. Because 00 is 0, isn't it? 00 is also 0.
That's true. That's true, actually.
So 00Nation. That's what I'm going with.
00Nation. Some nice utility early here for OG, making sure they get their foothold on mid. See niko even able to come out from that cave area. That CT smoke down. Degster would love a peek here. Don't think it's coming his way. Again, a slow pace here from the Brazilians. Okay. This time Degster's in the right position.
got what he was looking for there. NQZ did not. 54 seconds on the clock now. 00Nation drying out the util in this slow round. You can see they're moving together now, but how proactive will OG be? Well, they're clearing out the mid area with 35 seconds on the clock. Degster towards B has a smoke which he could deploy. This would be a great time to do it. He has done exactly that, and the execute has been caught. They've waited too long. The lack of presence has allowed Flames to take liberties with them. And before they can even finish their execute into the site, it is time to save. You have to wonder if the lack of IGL can be problematic in a situation such as that. Dumau suddenly saving.
Oh, after time, they want him. Okay, he peeks into them. Probably a good decision. Yeah, I think you might be right. This slow pace, it could be okay, but I don't think 00Nation are doing enough on the map to really warrant this slow pace. And even that boost there was maybe a little lazy in the way you just boost up onto the angle. And they never really did anything towards mid in that round. So OG just sat with the mid control the whole time and got that lovely flank. And, you know, fair play to Flames. Fantastic spray.
Absolutely. Well, that'll be a kick up the arse for 00Nation.
Hopefully. Oh, was that double molly? He burned so quick. That is so nice.
Moment's hesitation. And he ends up in the barbecue. Well, there's an early advantage for 00Nation.
Yeah, look at Neofrag, though. Trying to be a bit cheeky, going into the position that was just mollied. So maybe if 00Nation were to move into mid, they might overlook this.
Well, it looks like
they care about mid, though.
Looks like the T side want to understand the climate around the map. Indeed, re-aggressing towards mid. A has been completely abandoned, we will note. Now, how many frags is Neo frag good for? Oh, could have been 2 there. He really needed to. Peeking into them, though. There was a chance. But now what? Now what did the rest of the squad do? So we can see they're posted up very aggressively around the B bomb site. 00Nation not really in position to understand this just yet. They've got no lurkers towards A. Unless they send Dumau on an investigation. But they've only got 32 seconds left.
Oh, the aggression not well timed this time. I think Fiku was looking towards mid, but they might not expect niko here in this corner. Bomb drop, 20 seconds. They have to trade, but niko unloads. And dumau is nowhere near the action. Just that one spray is enough to change the round in OG's favor.
That starts at a 5-on-4 for 00Nation as well. We might have some pacing problems here on this T side. Sitting on their advantages, but not capitalizing on them. So this has been very expensive score-wise pretty quickly with the promise we saw earlier on. Lacking in time to adjust to these issues. Again, you saw that late smoke towards B ramp as well. Relatively unchallenged for most of the round, will allow you that late utility where you can put your opponents in a less than opportune situation.
Damn, you see Cold talking a lot right here. Even a hand signal there, I think, almost saying, come on, guys, we gotta sort this out. Seems like he was the man doing the most of the talking here during this timeout. Definitely valuable to have someone with his experience on this team. Yeah, that is a tough round to take because 00Nation got into a good position that time. And niko has been playing in cave. I thought they might expect him to still be there because that's the position he's been playing. Just weren't ready for that possibility this time. Not as much mid presence in this round from OG. Previous rounds, they've had 2 players there dumping utility. This time it's 2 players towards A early instead. And that could be a real thorn in 00Nation's backside here. The bomb's coming back to A. Neofrag, tries to peek into them, but they're ready for him.
degster ready in battle sniper mode. Yeah, he is looking to get pinched, but that smoke from Flames will certainly help. And now he can focus on one site and one site only. Latto pops up, and that's a frag that they cannot respond to. A smoke to create some space. A tease wall to encroach, but Flames is still here with a second through the smoke. Dream is collapsing for 00Nation on this A bomb site. NQZ and coldzera remain. niko's been popped, but there's another smoke, and that'll cause some problems. The bomb needs to be rescued as well. It's pretty much committed to this bomb site, so they're going to have to frag out. AWP still lurking for both squads, and now it's not lurking for one. coldzera finds himself in the clutch, getting tagged by Flames, but did Flames hear that? Not so sure if he did. Waiting for the 1v1. He's got 30 seconds, Cold, but things will only get more difficult. Waiting for that peek from Flames, but he's focused on long. The AWP's posted up now. He understands. If he finds someone on the left, he's going to have to look to the right immediately, but Flames is patient. And there's the frag from degster. 6-1 for OG.
Yeah, they are starting to control this game right now. And I think the issue coming into this for 00Nation was always going to be that at their peak, I would say degster and Flames should be the two best players on the server. And we're seeing a really solid showing from Flames. His spray looks on point. And then degster on the AWP is someone who has honestly been touted to potentially join, top teams. I think there are people who would like to see him almost move on from OG. But they got him. They did really well to get degster onto this lineup. A very good and capable AWPer. Just want to point out, over on the mainstream, ZywOo is currently 20 for 2 against Greyhound.
It's got that Gucci bonus energy.
I know, right? You know what I would love, actually, for a tournament like Pro League? I think it would be really cool if you gave out prizes to the players based on the day. Like, take a bit out of the prize pool, and then just I don't know, best play of the day gets a little prize bonus or something,
That'd be nice.
Farm, but it'd be a cool little thing. It's like we got the console open, making sure everything's okay.
What resolution do you play CS in?
I'm a native boy.
Native
I
game.
did go. I went black bars for a bit on my old PC, but now I've got the goods. I can go 1920, 1080. I'm a native enjoyer. What about you?
A native as well. In the CRT days, it was 102.4768, but I was honestly playing the game at such an unintelligent level.
Yeah.
That is completely irrelevant to what I do now. I was just running around in Scouts Knives. I was just the average pleb playing Counter-Strike.
Scouts Knives is good fun though. I feel like that, some of those game modes, I guess gun game is kind of around. It's arms race now, right? But it doesn't feel the same. I used to love gun game back in the day.
In Source, all I did, I wasn't a fan of Source. All I did was I ran a gun game server. My mate had a server company. He gave me a server for free. I ran a gun game server with loads of orange maps on it. And if anybody was camping, I'd slap them to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Because you could slap them to 3 HP, then they'd crater and die. There was always that dumb person who thought they were cheating as well. I'm like, what kind of cheats is that? Where you fly to the ceiling and then die. But the orange maps, the Mario sounds, the copyrighted stuff,
Oh mate, yeah.
Made it what it was.
Simpsons map. There was all sorts.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That was my favorite.
I was looking at, I was trying to find one of the orange maps I used to play for my background on my webcam, but I couldn't remember the names of any of them.
Yeah, that's tough. Maybe boot the game up again. Is the server still running or?
Well, I was looking on the workshop, but I don't. My memory's terrible, so.
Struggles.
Good times though.
They're still struggling with the tech issue by the looks of things. Hopefully get it sorted as soon as possible. ZywOo has been in really great form this year. I'm glad to see it. I feel like Simple is, he needs to look over his shoulder, honestly. I don't think Simple's had the best start to the year. And there's a couple of players trying to make statements here at Pro League. I mean, we obviously had Shiro, who I can't remember what rating he ended on, but Shiro dominated G2. It was crazy. So cool to see.
Dude, there are 4 pages of Simpsons maps on the workshop.
Oh boy.
4 pages.
There we go.
It's a strong color combo.
Yeah, no, it is good. The wild thing is, in the new generation, I know my little brother plays Roblox, and there's also a lot of similar stuff there where it's like, you know, stuff that's created and probably copyrighted, and I just see him running around on it. I'm like, I don't really know what's going on, but, you know, enjoy yourself.
I gotta say, I have absolutely no idea what Roblox is. Like, I don't even know what it is.
It almost reminds me of like the modern version of Gmod a little bit.
Okay.
But then it's also like kind of mixed with Minecraft. Is almost how I describe it. There's a lot of like custom levels, stuff like that. But we'll have to educate you about Roblox another time, James.
We can pass on that.
We have Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I'm happy being ignorant to other games. Pistols are out for 00Nation. They are sending it into the A bomb site, which is going to be empty, although Neofrag's on the way, and he'll find himself an angle. At the very least, the M4A4 is the best tool for the job in a situation such as that. Loving seeing the M4A4 back. But where are the anime skins, guys? I bought mine. What about you?
Now I'm calling them out.
Launders is trying to get me into anime.
Yeah.
So I named it Boxer Anime Club.
There you go. That's nice. Sure, he'll appreciate that at least. Good old Deagle Blaze. It's dumau's weapon of choice. Nice that Neofrag gets a chance to get some kills on the board. He's been playing on this A site. Hadn't been too involved. Now he is catching up to his teammates with a quad kill. And it's the old 7-1 scoreline against the Brazilian team. I'm sure chat's loving it.
Gonna get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, you know. I didn't say I'm loving it.
Hey, that was a hell of a swing by that third player, I gotta say. He went so wide. I was like, damn, how did he get that far before he got shot? This game is crazy, man. Anyway, 00Nation on the buy once again. I feel like one of their worst enemies here has been timing, but they're so fast with all that utility, still deploying flashes from spawn, and dumau will be able to get into mid with that. That was a hell of a dump off some flashbangs. They still have a few left. You can see how important map control was. So maybe they'll be forcing the utility out a bit earlier here from OG. Still got quite a few smokes actually. They've only thrown their first smoke in this round so far. Something to pay attention to, but will they be checking for this box? I hope Neofrag is paying attention to it. dumau stuck now, and there is the trade from Flames. But Next is here at the right place at the right time, making it a 3-on-3 with a minute on the clock. Surely they can capitalize on this one.
Nice for Next to finally get on the board with an easy trade kill towards mid. That smoke gives away niko's position. Next tries to fight him, but smoke blooms and makes it awkward. Now niko going close behind his own smoke. 00Nation don't have anyone here, so he'll see it's clear. He'll call to his team. Get ready towards mid. Get ready towards B. That's a brilliant information play from niko. That could really help them win this round.
Still 20 seconds on the clock. They're forcing their way in with utility. Fiku has the initial angle. The AWP can maybe post up afterwards. Onto the site, then as they try to clear it. That molly is perfect to allow the bomb blunt. Not much niko can do about it. Down goes Next now. niko's luck will be punished. 2 remaining. NQZ will lose his angle with the AWP, but Dexter doesn't know where latto, excuse me. 1 versus 2, he has a kit, but has no idea. Well, appears right in front of him. Punishes the cooldown on the shot, and there's a second round on the board for 00Nation.
Very nicely done from 00Nation. NQZ landing a couple more nice shots. See him just getting established onto these angles. And when he's holding angles, he's doing a good job at landing the shots necessary. And yeah, just a really solid understanding of exactly where each piece of utility needed to go to get the bomb down. That was the most important thing, even though Next got caught out on the site itself. 00Nation, a lot of players towards B early. Those nades are awkward for dumau. He's forced forwards by the flames, but he's able to get his way up in towards that cheater position. Meanwhile, Fiku swinging himself, no nades against him. Next is pushing so deep in. Fiku puts a flash up, but Next hits the headshot while blind.
This would be a huge round to win for 00Nation. It would be Niko Town for OG. This could be where they turn things around if they can finish off the job here. 2 remaining versus the 3 of OG, and we can hear that rotation. Niko knows, and the CTs might even get there first. It's going to be a close one. NeoFrag has the angle on dumau, and then it was NQZ. Ugh. Doesn't make it to the bomb site after all.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't ready for that fight there. Tried to just quickly get onto the site, even though his teammate had already gone down. It really was a race to see who could get to the bomb site first. And even though dumau got out onto the site box, he tried to fight, and as soon as he lost it, his team were in trouble. OG still looking very solid on this CT side. And you see the early molly and nade towards mid. And even some aggression from NeoFrag. OG might be aware this is a round where they're against pistols.
That was an important test to pass for OG. UHE grenades in this round for 00Nation. There's got to be someone watching who doesn't understand why Flames is staring at the wall there. But it's the peripheral vision of the gap that he's jiggling, where he throws his smoke against the wall immediately if he sees T's encroaching on his position. So we've seen the airstrike come and go. Hasn't quite hit the mark there. "44 seconds remain, so he may soon be deploying that smoke regardless."
Losing a couple of players now, 00Nation. One of them dropped towards mid, and I mean, you've got no nades against the AWP of degster. You try the boost, you try anything, but this AWP always favored at range. Really solid shots from degster. This is kind of degster's domain, honestly, is just sitting back and knowing where to position himself. I remember when he first came onto the scene, he was someone who looked up to ZywOo a lot and watched a lot of ZywOo demos. So that's the sort of play style he oftentimes has. I think he's very effective at it. Saw there some solid shots connected. And I think 00Nation really need to get something going now. This is their map pick. Yes, it is the T side, but you've got to get more than 2. You've got to get a couple of rounds here to feel comfortable. Oh, and the nades again. They keep running into them. Latto down to 3 health. Hasn't even seen anyone.
That's a rough start, especially with the area he's trying to cover. Not an easy task to fight there on a good day, let alone with 3 HP. OG changing their setup on this occasion. Mid has been abandoned. They will run 2 on the A bomb site, but Fiku's been picked off towards B. Degster flashed off the angle, but still manages to finish Latto off. Tough day at the office for him. Push continues towards B, and Molly going deep, forcing the CTs back, trying to deny them information. Look how much presence there is in mid from this T side. 1 minute on the clock, and they're looking to play it slow again, but that could become a problem for them once more as NeoFrag lurks in mid. Next was waiting, but he wasn't ready to win the duel.
And now 00Nation have to be very concerned because they know NeoFrag pushed all the way through A. That's a lot of map control lost, but dumau, unexpected in his advanced position. Even though they gave up mid earlier, NeoFrag not ready for him. And now this actually turns into a good position for 00Nation. They should have this A bomb site. The rotate hasn't arrived. This is going to be a bomb plant.
Yeah, that's a giant error considering the map control they conceded. It's given 00Nation a way in. Flames jiggling as much as he can, but just as he throws the flashbang, down he goes. Man advantage then for 00Nation, all in the donuts. Degster and niko don't have all the money in the world here. They do have defuse kits. They don't have any way to cut off this choke point of donut. So what is niko up to here? Is he going for a cheeky late one? I would imagine these guys could just hang out in donut for a while. Indeed, they are just around the corner, so that's not going to work for him. Proves to be very expensive indeed. Degster runs forward and loses at AWP as well. So an unusual end to that round. Unusual entry into that bomb site as well for 00Nation.
I'm actually very surprised that Degster sticks around there. I thought he was certainly going to save, because OG's money is awkward. And NQZ starting to deliver now. Couple of multi-kills, oftentimes kind of holding these angles. But yeah, you can see OG actually just don't have the money here. So Dexter's going to get a scout. That instant mid-smoke means you can't use that scout towards that position.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the very end of that round, if he was maybe running away from a perceived person behind him, or just trying to make it expensive for 00Nation. But you have an AWP in your hands, which could win you this round if you still have an AWP, so that's an unusual one. But maybe he was just ended up in an awkward situation and there was no good option. Benefit of the doubt, of course. Neo frag will be traded, and there is the M4 lost. So this scout has a lot of work to do. Best scout skin of all time, of course. The blood in the water. But I think we're asking a bit much of him to find effect in this round.
Oh, they are rotating to A, but surely we should see some utility. You can already see the smoke in play. So if anyone were to go through, I think Degster would be the last choice with that scout. Bomb plant being attempted. Flames able to deliver the instant headshot. Bomb's actually dropped on the site here. Could get a little awkward if Fiku is unexpected. Oh, he's not able to land the first shot, so that should be fine. 00Nation clean up another round. And that was something they really needed here. Now they've got 4. Try and get 5 or 6 at the half here on their map pick. And they forced the timeout out of OG.
Yeah, this has turned around dramatically. A potential for 6 at half-time all of a sudden from 00Nation, partly off of a ill-informed rotation that gave away a free kill. See if they can stabilize now and continue as they were before. Maybe that's all history, though. Perhaps 00Nation do get to that 6th round. That would be... I mean, it's been a difficult T-side for them. So that window of opportunity, if they can continue walking through it and take these final rounds, then that would be a great turn-up for the events.
Balling has looked much better from 00Nation in these recent rounds. I really think the mid-control has been a big part of it. They were not getting that mid-control much towards the earlier stages. Now sometimes they are getting in towards mid and making life awkward. Wow, this is such an early commitment. Only 2 Ts here, but the trade means OG are a little concerned right now. Still Fiku ready for this fight on the other side of the map. And the bomb remains undecided, but it starts to lean towards A.
Yeah, 00Nation are spread quite thin now.
Yeah.
Both teams are unsure as to the situation on the A bomb site. Cold doesn't know if the CTs have made it back, if they found it's clear, if they're heading back towards B. OG don't know if there's any presence on the A bomb site, but then the bomb hasn't been planted just yet, which is also another thing to wonder about. NQZ showing presence on that B bomb site could be an issue, but the bomb's also still towards B, where OG are now stacked as Cold waits outside A. 50 seconds is a long time. So what does 00Nation do? Still showing presence. They've dropped the bomb on the floor, which is quite deliberate as well. That can certainly be heard. Of course, you can fake that with a rifle. Makes the same sound, or a pistol.
Ooh, aggression from OG, 30 seconds, and Fiku wants the info. This bomb is still yet to be recovered. Finally, NQZ picks it up, but he has to go B with the bomb. Cold will look to fake out A, but I don't know if OG are fully going to fall for this. Oh, maybe they will. Fiku's tucked into cave. Cold still selling the fake, but the problem is as soon as the bomb plant is attempted, Fiku is ready. That is the round over. And I felt like in that 3v3, I was seeing Cold lurk for so long. I figured they were just going to group up and join him because that lurk is so hard to pull off in a 3v3 like that. Normally, you just want to use your strength in numbers because you know the CTs will have to spread thin. But they stay spread out. It ends up being a difficult round for them in the end.
I was expecting Cole to make a play to try and pull the CTs away from the B bomb site. Otherwise, it's more of a bait there. So I think the timing may have been off for his position to have any effect. At least go into the site and see if anyone's there while you've got the time to make the rotation. But then if there's a mid push, I don't know. Finny just got stuck in the late game once again. Another opportunity missed as we make our way to the last round of the first half. There's a good enough buy for 00Nation here. Seen a MAC-10 in the hands of Latto, but that can certainly be put to use around the B-bomb site as well. Minute 16 on the clock, or less, in fact. I have to note that NeoFrag has pushed through A on this occasion.
Yeah, he's got a lot of freedom.
Yeah, we're back to that slow pace again, but is watching for this, and that is a big headshot. What do they understand from that? There've got to be more players towards B, all things considered.
No budging from OG. No one going back towards A. I think when NeoFrag gets so far out like that and only sees one player, they're happy to just take the risk that, for the time being, the A site isn't under threat. But that is about to change. The mid control has been established. You can see the response from OG. 28 seconds. They're going to rotate players back to A. It's Flames and degster here, the two big hitters for OG. And Flames looking to adjust. It's degster who dropped the bomb, and he's got a clear line of sight towards it. Finally, that smoke goes up, so he has to reposition, and that bomb should finally be planted with dumau getting a nice kill from up top.
Fiku sending it, eating the flashbang, and that gives the man advantage then to 00Nation. Looking for a fifth round at halftime, but the numbers are even in terms of the personnel, but only for a brief moment. 1v1 now, dumau and niko. No grenades for niko. Are there any on the site? Does he hold the defuse? He's going for it. I don't think dumau's got the angle to pick this properly. There goes the pistol then, but he will land the headshot with the Galil to take a fifth round as we head to half-time. A slow affair in the first half. Perhaps it'll be faster in the second.
Catch up when he lands, snapshot with a fan. KL did a madness, back soon going ham. Come see how we ride out, short change but we smile proud. Been blazed for a while now, stay ready for the jam. He be riding on the wave, I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pines ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the eighth, she ain't ready for the eighth. He be riding on the wave, I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pines ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the eighth, she ain't ready for the eighth.
Tell the waitress short another round. Millie on my wrist, I bust it down. King in my city, wear the crown. Got a check, need another now. I can never get enough. Woo. Yeah, that's right. I can never get enough. Come on. Woo. I can never get enough. You can't get money, need a new set. Try to go against session, need a new bet. Been here 10 summers, boy, and I ain't lose yet. Cause I can never get enough. Jordan for my team, I'm LeBron in my city. Way ahead of these man, I could pop a Willie. Gunning these 7 figures if we gon' sign a dilly. Red, white, yellow, brown, I got them by the plenty. Woo! Just the definition of success. Did it back to back, that's repetition with the steps. Pushing up the work, I could do 100 reps. 5-star general, I'm about to pull up in the vet. Had a couple zeros, had to add another 4. Started with the product, turned that into a store. My 15 minutes turned into an encore. Got an in, but I ain't stopping till I go get me some more. Woo! Tell the waitress, start another round. Millie on my wrist, I bust it down. King in my city, wear the crown. Got a check, need another now. I can never get enough. Woo! Yeah, that's right. I can never get enough. Come on. Woo! I can never get enough. You can't get money, need a new set. Try to go against session, need a new bet. Been here 10 summers, boy, and I ain't lose yet. Cause I can never get enough. Yeah, we been going up on a Tuesday. I'm Bruce Lee, turn your ego into souffle.
He's a viral! The best in the game!
Will 5 rounds be enough for 00Nation moving into the second half? Perhaps it will be. I would imagine to have a better time of things now in the second half. Time was their friend and became their enemy in a number of rounds in the first half, but now the T side is over. I think things might improve for them herein unless OG have something to say about it.
Yeah, we shall see. If OG win this pistol, they could put themselves in a very good position. So still got to be very careful. You are 00Nation right now. Mid-utility early from OG as they will take that control and take the opening pick. Clean as hell from Degster with the P250.
That's one of 2 P250s. Double raid boss for OG on the T side of Ancient. NQZ can't save his teammate. niko's just too fast, forcing their way through the flames and getting their kill. This pistol is being brutal for some. Look at these tight shots from NeoFrag for both headshots. And a big pistol round win for OG. Those are the pistol shots we're looking to see.
Yeah, that is a shame, letting your teammate go down like that. niko just really quick to get that kill. And OG just really didn't look back as soon as they got that initial opener. They commit in towards A. Some help through top mid. Almost just cut 00Nation off from that side of the map entirely with the way they played it. Now OG all going over to A straight away here, but there's a stack from 00Nation. This could get very ugly very quickly for these MAC-10s. It's 4 MAC-10s as well. Oh, those flashes. So good, so good. But dumau may be better. That bomb is somehow dropped up. They're going to have to get that back here, but they're still up in a 3-on-2. Yeah, they've got a boost to get the bomb. That's so awkward. I think they've done it, though, finally.
Yeah, they had time as well. With the lurk from NeoFrag, who now comes towards that donut position. We'll soon see that's clear. And they've got good angles here. Oh, never mind. Desert Eagle putting in some work here for 00Nation. Now, surely you want to protect these rifles as best you can. NeoFrag. Oh, there goes another one. Do you go for a quick bomb plant? He has a window where he can get a plant at an obscure angle and then just hope he can land a shot first. Latto starts to creep forward now. 7 HP and a Desert Eagle. 7 HP and a Dream. He could be coming from mid. There is a possibility of that. So NeoFrag has to wonder, and the range gets greater because of that threat. Latto has to read where NeoFrag likely is as well, continuing to dance with the MAC-10. And it might come down to timing now as Latto rounds the corner. And so does NeoFrag. He's spotted each other, but he will deliver that final shot with the MAC-10. That had to be such a nervous situation for OG.
Yeah, it was a good read from Latto. He saw where the bomb was planted and figured Neofrag would probably just instantly go back to Donut. Just unfortunate that he couldn't find quite the right timing. Some really solid shots landed there by dumau and Latto in that round. They made it close. Unfortunately, though, it was a full force buy, and that means close is not quite good enough. They've got almost nothing to work with in this one, and they're just going to stack A again, and it might work again.
In they go, flying Mac-10, but dumau is really trying hard, and Latto is here once more to do the same as before. Next with the USP, awkward for Fiku as well. He can't abandon this side, there are so many guns there, but he's making the right play. Wow! The ding and the dong from next with the USP is enough versus the AK. I never saw that outcome.
Yeah, they had the force buy and the stack in the last round. So you figure in this one, okay, a couple of pistols. They'll probably get some kills. But the outright round win is crazy, and Latto needs credit. This second shot, oh, baby, just jiggling back and forth. Finally landed it. And then for Next to just win the final fight, crazy. And that could be a huge difference maker here, as OG are already limited. Look at their utility in this round. OG have one flash left. That sucks. And they've used it. Ooh, cheeky.
Very cheeky. No respect being shown to Dexter's AWP. Quite a turnaround then for 00Nation. You can see them being proactive towards A as well. They've abandoned Donut, starting to move forward into aggressive positions, which could catch OG off guard. Big presence in mid as OG tried to understand what exactly the CTs are doing, but let's not forget, they only have 3 rifles to work with. Not sure how many players dumau just saw, but you'd imagine they might get a little worried towards A. Maybe more if coldzera wasn't in position. Strong angle from dumau. They're looking for the continuation spray. Cheeky incendiary from him as he contains OG. And this is burning the clock for OG. 30 seconds remaining in this 4 versus 5. Now, they may be so laser focused on dumau, stuck in a corner there, that they will lose more players trying to hunt him down. And that's wasting their time as well. 20 seconds on the clock now as we've got Degster lurking with the AWP towards the B bomb site. And the bomb heading towards A. So we've got some issues on the T side for OG, as we did see for 00Nation as well.
Yeah, we're seeing them get lost in some of these scenarios where they have to make a decision in the mid and late rounds. And the decision to save here was pretty well warranted, considering how far down they were. Really nice play from dumau, though. And I think you get to see the sort of player he is there. The way he's able to win the first fight and quickly decide to put the incendiary down. It not only delays OG, it allows that rotate to happen. It allows Latto to get into that annoying angle that they couldn't clear. OG completely thwarted from their top mid play, and their plan B was basically non-existent. And again, coldzera doing a lot of the talking here during the timeout.
I like the proactive plays we saw from 00Nation in that round as far as the A bomb site is concerned. Not going to sit back and wait for OG to make their play, but try to take advantages where they think they might have one. That will prove promising for them. Somewhat of a false start for OG in this first half then, second half rather. A mixed bag once again with the saved rifles. We'll see if they can fix their coordination early or if they'll have problems throughout the half. Dexter going for an early pick once again. Not being given much of anything just yet. Oh, they might just send it here.
Damn.
They've got the angles.
They are gonna... Again, they don't have the utility, but they're hoping the timing is right. A single smoke deployed. Oh, Next has got 2 through that smoke, though. And Latto still trying to spam them down. It's just so awkward here for OG. They want to get that bomb back, but it's dropped in a very uncomfortable position. They get the frags back into the round, but Latto delivers. And now Degster has a 1v2 on his hands. He knows where that first man is. He might not be sure where NQZ is positioned. He's still going to see if he can find this fight, but latto on the awkward close left angle will deal with him. Good round from latto in and around that cave area. 00Nation really putting up a fight now.
No bomb plant there is huge. That really handicaps OG in the near future. Weird money as well, so they'll need to put the money together as they buy some pistols for this round. 00Nation indeed catching up then, bit by bit. There's still some more work to do, but this one should certainly help. There's only the one flashbang here for OG. Looking to swing on the mid player. Dumau will have to be careful. No, they go popping back, and latto could be in trouble here through the molly. There you go. And latto has been lost. One CT now on the ramp. In a very awkward position indeed. Bomb not planted though. Fiku through the smoke. What in the blazes was that?
It's just a casual one dig. Oh, now Neofrag pushing his smoke gets a crazy kill. Hang on a minute. Fiku might have a chance here. Oh, that bomb's dropped on the B site though. Still going to try a big reposition. Oh, do they hear this? No. Back turned. Dumau's dead, man. And now Fiku tries to reposition again. Oh, but coldzera might cut him off this time. Oh, Fiku taking damage. Now he's going to have to go back the other way again. Back where he came. And coldzera's read that now. He's going to smoke it off.
This is one hell of a round. Is he going to wait out the smoke? Surely not. Surely the time issue will be too great then. Indeed, going through the smoke, 20 seconds to find coldzera. It's not even about the bomb anymore. He needs to find Cold. Now, does Cold think he's respected that smoke? He's got to hold that. Oh no, the angles! Didn't check the ramp properly. And that's where coldzera was, having to look at almost 3, maybe even 4 places at once, Cold. Such a narrow victory in that round, but here we are, 9 rounds for 00Nation. High pressure, and that wasn't even the full buy.
Damn. Yeah, you see both players trying to play with the positioning there, but coldzera obviously always had the advantage of knowing where the bomb is. So he just positions himself in the right spot every single time. Really, really high-level stuff at the end there. You saw the mind games play out. And now we get a proper gun round to work with. Nade will not hit the mark. In fact, 00Nation got a couple of players stacked towards Cave, moving into Jaguar. Sorry, I said Jaguar. God.
Weirdo.
Yeah, I know, right? Damn Americans. Rubbing off on me.
Also weird. Has a big execute into the B bomb site, and it's been uncontested so far, but Fiku doesn't have the angle. Oh, there could be a bait here. Next will trade, and there is a trade straight back from Neofrag, who finds himself alone on the bomb site now. That bomb is planted. That's a massive headshot from niko. What did the remainder choose to do? Wondering about the mid position, but they will be exiting. That round prior was very expensive for 00Nation. That will leave them in a tricky situation now where they can't really afford to lose any more than they have already in this round. OG will only be 3 rounds away from victory on this first map, but the rounds seem hard to come by on the T side at the moment.
Yeah, I think this is a round where they were able to just get their B execute going, and 00Nation just did not have a great setup to deal with the execute fully towards the site, right? They had the 2 players stacked in Cave. So both of those players were mainly trying to stop a split towards that B site. But as soon as the proper execute comes in, they're not in great positions to deal with it. And you saw that. It was even trades. And once niko gets that kill elsewhere, it confirms the 13th round for OG. And it piles the pressure on 00Nation now. This round becomes a must-win for them because look at their loss bonus. They lose this with no money in the bank, they will be in real trouble. It's almost impossible to see them coming back if they were to lose this round. Flames is desperate for that high five. He's got it.
Don't leave me hanging again.
They have now put degster in the middle, which is important to note because he gives out the hardest slaps known to man. So now 2 of the OG players have to deal with that. Previously, he just sat next to Flames.
They're going to need physio afterwards.
I know, man. I also wonder if that means degster is cooling, because oftentimes the cooler sits in the middle. I have to ask them later. Ooh, for now, dumau somehow able to win that early fight. Didn't look comfortable, but it works out.
That looks quite challenging indeed, but he was able to deliver. That's a strong start to this round from 00Nation. Have a look at this play down B now. Neofrag has a lot of people coming his way, but as we can see, he's holding down 2 jobs. Big swing from the MP9, and that will be enough. Not satisfied with the 1 frag, they'll go for a second, and surely now they can settle. OG are completely spread out now. The last 3 players are so wide away from each other, spread all too thin. Very, very handicapped now for the rest of this round. It's going to be hard to get back into this one. How do you call this without your IGL?
It's a great question. This setup from 00Nation looks pretty nice right now, especially if the utility isn't used by OG. That molly will clear out one of the boxes, but not the right one. Cold is still sat in position, lying in wait. Probably wait for his teammates to take contact if he can, but with that boosted player, Cold should see him soon. Oh no, it goes the other way! Flame spots him, and now this round could be on the cards for OG. They enter the A-bomb site. degster biding his time here, not falling for the shoulder bait until he can land the shot. And Fiku will get the bomb down, but latto punishes. As soon as he switches away, he gets taken out, and degster in an uncomfortable position right now. This is so awkward. He needs his teammate to help him. Flames has delivered alongside degster. OG overcome the deficit on the A-bomb site.
3 versus 5. OG force the round. Devastating for 00Nation. Breaks their money, broke the bomb site, and surely broke their spirit as well. Great angles from Flames to find the first one, hopping round to clear donut. Too much repetition, I think, on those jiggles. Needs to be more erratic to try and bait the shot there.
Oh god, it's a full USP round. And the wrong stack.
9. Yeah,
I mean,
OG
just everything has gone wrong.
can detect the weakness as they send it straight in on this occasion. Ready to fight fire with fire, and we see the procession heading towards T-spawn for 00Nation. Things were looking good until they weren't. They find themselves here. Soon to be 9-15. Although degster's at risk of losing an AWP now.
Oi! Yeah, that jump back was not the way to do it. Didn't realize they'd beaten his molly. And they should get that almost certainly. Oh no, that flash is so good. That's so good. Fiku wants that ult back. He doesn't want to give it away. Oh, smoke down. This is awkward.
Why isn't he throwing the molly?
Okay, yeah, I don't know. And now they lose 3 guns.
That is an extremely awkward angle to defend. Like, all the CTs have got varying headshot angles as they just pop up and pop down again.
Yeah.
So rather him than me. And maybe that'll give 00Nation the help that they needed. We shall see. They'll take a tactical timeout as they are still looking for their 10th round. That was a horror film of late, those rounds for 00Nation. But things are not over just yet.
It's not over till it's over. And it is not over yet. They've still got a chance here. AK save is always nice for the CTs. They're only able to find 1 of them, though. That ult for NQZ will also be a nice little sprinkle on top of the full buy for 00Nation. OG have started to come to life on their T side, though, in recent times. They've won the last couple of rounds now, prior to just winning the pistol and the follow-up. See if 00Nation can turn it round. Oh, missing that jump up. And dumau, again winning that fight towards mid. Molly in, latto not ready for neofrag to swing so quickly. Instantly brought back to even numbers.
It's a hell of a flashbang, but coldzera will still deliver the much-needed frag. Now, will 00Nation continue to be proactive, or will it be a change of pace in this round? 4-on-3 now as they try to hold on to Ancient. Mid is a giant question mark, which will pull dumau away. You can see NQZ has been focused there as well. Had to clear that position, make sure there's no flank coming. coldzera now dropped on the A-bomb site at the hands of degster, who is carrying the bomb. So 00Nation have seen the bomb at the mouth of the A-bomb site, and they're slowly starting to move in that direction. 45 seconds on the clock, and they're still spread out as they try to not lose the entire map. dumau swings alone. degster will drop him as well. Bomb no longer in his hands, though. Where is that bomb? They have to ask the question. Flanks coming in from neofrag now. 28 seconds. You can see next in CT spawn. Soon he will be gone as well.
Oh boy. And NQZ might arrive in time, but there's difficulties for him if he wants to win this, because the bomb can be planted on the far side. Nothing he can do about it. Gun barrel might be spotted. He still hasn't seen it, but he's got the first shot. Flames trying to trade, but he can't find it. And now NQZ has a real opportunity. Falling into CT won't be too helpful. He'll fake it. He'll realize no one's peeked yet, so neofrag might be the other side. NQZ with a great read on the situation. He keeps his team in it.
Absolutely unbelievable clutch. No one could have seen that coming. And OG have to wonder how they didn't win that one. My God, what a quick scope at the end. High stress on Ancient. Utterly ridiculous 1v3.
How does he not get traded? How does he not get traded by Flames? That has to be the question. But that's what this guy's capable of. He's got that pop-off potential. I'm glad we get to see it there with an incredible 1-on-3.
OG with 5 more chances to close this one out. 00Nation kicking and screaming, refusing to leave. Only 2 players on B for the CTs at present. latto posted up. Next alone on the ramp with an MP9. They can't be expecting this jiggling though. Oh, that's such a risky good play. Through the smoke they go, and he drills 2 of them. latto here for support. Rotates at the perfect time. OG will have no money. 2 versus 5. They will have no money if they lose this round. We might be here for a while.
Oh, and OG have to make sure they're not thinking about that 1-on-3 they let slip. This round seems done. It seems dusted. I don't see a way in. niko tries to activate. Oh, NQZ has actually made a step there. So niko able to get 1 man out of the round. Would love to steal that AWP if possible. And I think he might do exactly that. So no attempt at the round. An AWP that degster would love to have. The issue is, you save on these 2 players, and remember, on that T side, you get no losing bonus for saving. You get punished for not going for the round win. So yes, you save some guns, but you don't have money, and your teammates definitely can't buy behind. So what do you do with your economy here if you're OG? 2 of your players are going to be shortchanged if you try and full save for a gun round into the future. It's an awkward position to be in. Yeah, they're going to full force. I can understand why.
Suddenly, they feel like they've got very few chances to take this in normal time. OG. Surely the hard parts are done for 00Nation now. No one challenging in mid. Oh, degster gets absolutely annihilated. AWP collected, but this round should be a pretty dry one for OG. I don't think Flames will be receiving another challenge from the CTs in this angle. They don't need to give him the opportunities. So many advantages here for 00Nation on OG to make the play.
Fiku not able to get anything going this time. Good reactions from coldzera. Now OG looking a little desperate in this round. Flames still on the AWP. Haven't seen him with the sniper too often. Not sure he's going to get many chances to use it. Yeah, I can't get anything going. Went with the Deg instead. But coldzera cleans up. 12 rounds for 00Nation. Very likely to be 13 because OG's money is garbage. I was going to say garbaggio, but it didn't feel right. Then I just said it anyway.
So in 3 rounds, they've got 1 full buy remaining.
Yeah, man.
That is...
I mean, unless there's any bomb plants or anything, but...
pretty rough.
Even then.
00Nation took the second AWP, so they'll be double AWP in this round. Which, if one AWP goes the wrong way and the whole team comes for it...
Ooh, hang on.
Then that could spell disaster. coldzera is so committed to this as well. He is so committed. Gets the first 1v1, but he falls pretty far back. There is the trade. That was pretty much expected. The smoke up might allow them to steal that AWP. They haven't found it just yet. That's pretty important. They're trying to find it in the smoke, but we can see it's at dumau's feet now. Keeping that away from them is going to be crucial. OG have planted the bomb then. But is that all they can do here? Neofrag going for a flank. Wishful thinking, maybe. They need to get some kills there. He will be denied, and Fiku will find himself in a 1 versus 4. He has angles on the bomb. That molly won't necessarily do the drop. Latto's the one going for the defuse, 12 HP, but the threat has been eliminated, and the round is theirs.
Still got somewhat sketchy, but it is 00Nation able to hold on. Yeah, coldzera there. Such a committed position. He hit the leg shot on that second player, and then it's actually a CT smoke towards the site that kind of allowed the bomb plant, but at least ensured OG didn't get that AWP into their hands, which ended up being enough for 00Nation on the retake. And now OG, especially with that bomb plant, will have a nice buy available to them, and maybe even a bit of money spare for potential future buys into round 30 if it's needed. Obviously, they would like to close it out right now, though. 00Nation with a miracle clutch from NQZ could be about to put OG into uncomfortable territory here. Still 2 more rounds needed for them to take us to overtime. niko out mid early. Damage done to 2 teams,
wow.
But the opener was found through the smoke.
That is utterly crazy, but Fiku has been dropped, and we see that aggressive presence around long A once again. coldzera gonna drop a smoke. Speaking of, did niko get a sound cue there from next, maybe? Behind this smoke. This is a very awkward hold for 00Nation. And we can see there are gaps in the defenses. Smoked off, they can't see CT spawn at all. There's such a giant hole here. Next, oh my god, that timing could have been a catastrophe. That's going to pull rotation back towards that position though. And now Donut's open, but NQZ is on the way. Flames has made his way through. coldzera at the front. NQZ at the back, down he goes. He has to have an idea of where coldzera is. A very funky round indeed. Only 2 players remaining for OG. coldzera jiggling. So long has been compromised. OG have got to take the fight to 00Nation, surely, with all the angles they'll have otherwise. Oh, they're lining up. That could have been 2. Next down to 2 HP. I don't think he realizes there's one more guy there. This is really going down to the wire. Now it's coldzera in the clutch. They know he was on long. 1 versus 2. He doesn't have a kit. Trying to bait out the second play. There he is. Flames now, 55 HP, going wide, but he can't do it. coldzera's clutched it again, but is there time to defuse the bomb? I think there might be. He's found a kit on the site.
Damn, what a clutch from coldzera. The experience shines through. The way he plays for info there, the way he just peeks that first player to not allow the trade to come in was crazy. The micro of that play, the smallest of details, the smallest of angles that he has to utilize to make sure he can't get traded from Flames instantly. It never should have come to that. It was a 4v2 in favor of 00Nation. But it swings back against OG, even though they did so much of the heavy lifting. Now they still have a buy, but it's round 30. Mid-control established. A lot of smokes used in order to get that control. And elsewhere, CT aggression towards A main. Viku, I think, was forced back. Dumau is still sitting in difficult position for niko to clear. niko might just sit for now. Oh, dumau tries to activate, but niko adjusts, reacts quickly. Man advantage for OG. The utility still isn't ideal for them.
Oh, he's heard NQZ there as well. niko entertaining. Pulling CTs to that position can allow OG to look for more entries elsewhere.
What's the end goal for OG, though? You've only got a smoke and a flash. 47 seconds remaining. If 00Nation make an info play at the right time, they could start to get the read here because that bomb is just now being recovered.
Are they heading towards an A play? There'll be a quick third man here in latto. 30 seconds on the clock now. They've got so much to clear out on the site itself. NQZ's got a lot of information and a very strong angle. Neofrag forcing his way in. coldzera has a clutch once again. The 180 is here. niko 6 HP, 1 versus 2. Eating flashes for days. 10 seconds to find 2 players. There's no way he gets a bomb plant here. Drawing coldzera out. 4 seconds. He's got to find the kill, but he's going the wrong way. Somehow we have found ourselves at overtime. 00Nation have had some horrible clutches to come out on top of, and they have delivered. I feel like you've got to call this a choke to some degree on the sides of OG, and that's not something I would say often, but on this occasion.
Yeah, I'd say so. A couple of those clutches just had to be won. They end up running into the AWP of NQZ. They didn't have the utility to deal with him. Still go 1 for 1, but it was coldzera up above that was the difference maker. And OG have to stick on their T side. They've just lost 6 in a row on it. They've got to go straight back into it again. And dumau activates towards mid early.
The clutch is on the A-bomb site.
Oh my, the aggression. No way. No way. The timing's crazy.
They'll be happy with that. Able to disengage as well. You can chase them, but you're chasing into an AWP, and then there was one. Beautiful from 00Nation. Love the proactive plays once again on their CT side, catching OG lining grenades up to the victor, the spoils. What is there for Flames to do at this point? Wait in mid to die. First round goes the way of 00Nation then. First to 19, the victor.
And look at the kill distribution now for 00Nation. Starting to become much more even. coldzera has really come to life in these recent rounds. And NQZ is at the bottom, but he's the man that put them in this position in the first place. That 1v3 he never should have won has put 00Nation into the lead. niko can sit behind these flames. Smoke lands in time. Damage done to coldzera. Mid control will be established for the CT side.
Overtime with 2 missing IGLs.
Oh boy. It's
When
about to get messy.
Yeah, you have to go so deep. coldzera has been playing aggressively in this position time and time again, but if he's not here, then information may be expensive for Fiku as an AWP is posted up on the bomb site. 1 minute 10 on the clock now. OG may look to show presence elsewhere and collapse on the A bomb site, but that's where they keep losing the clutches, after all. I feel like all the chokes have come on the A bomb site post-plant.
Yeah, man, they got bad memories. They might want to go elsewhere here. Let's see. 50 seconds. niko's just left the bomb behind at mid to try and move into red room. Meanwhile, still 00Nation pretty content in their setup, leaving mid exposed. Got coldzera watching for any flanks towards B. With 30 seconds remaining, it will be back to B, but there's still a bit of utility here for both sides. Now the commitment comes in.
In they go. Big flash, but not a big duel. All right then, numbers advantage now as we find big frags on the B bomb side. We got frags all over the shop now. NQZ, the last one standing. Someone's got to plant that bomb though. And plant it quick. There we go. NQZ in the clutch. 1v3 made 2, and he's going for it. He's got a kid as well. Misses the jump though. Parkour minus points, and that'll be a free frag for Fiku on that rotation. A much needed round for OG. Things have been looking scary on their T side for a while, but they're on the scoreboard once again.
Yeah, this time a much more explosive push and much less CT counter utility on that B site specifically, especially towards the ramp. They weren't able to slow down that quick push into the site, and that really helped OG despite having low utility themselves. It's a double AWP setup for 00Nation. coldzera happy to pick one up for that A bomb site. That early mid utility deployed again, but OG gonna burst right through it. I think considering dumau's alone, contest that too heavily. Next decides to contest B ramp instead though. Frag had no clue that was coming.
Sensing weakness from OG on the ramp. I think the end of this half will be a relief for this T side. The way things have been going. Great absorption of information though from 00Nation. Reading these plays as well. We see latto with an off angle compared to what we've seen before. NQZ will still have to be careful though. Look at that angle from latto, traded by Flames though. That draws the attention and maybe the ire of NQZ. coldzera lost on the A-bomb site, but we still have dumau in the donut position. degster's gonna lose his angle! Or will he? Never mind, indeed, the bomb might be seized by Next, depending on his route. This could be awkward. Where's NQZ going with the AWP? Oh my days, he's going straight for the bomb and he's found it. 40 seconds on the clock and he's got to go quick scope. He can't reveal to it. Oh, he's scoped in and Fiku's got an angle. This is chaos. Next here as well, and he's got to go for this fight. He has to chase this fight. Fiku has lost the bomb.
It's a recovery mission now. Next sticks around. Another fight won by Next, but Flames able to recover. This is just complete madness here in overtime. How stressed must both of these teams be right now? But finally, OG able to hold on to one of these rounds. I felt like it was going to get stolen away from them again with how this game has been going. But maybe that's what they needed. And maybe the CT side is what they needed. Take a bit of stress off themselves. Oh, Neofrag able to get away. What is going on at mid? There's a player below him. Okay, and dumau gets the pick. That was so weird.
I need this game to finish. This is just this is just too much. Like, this is burning so many calories in my brain. Yeah, everything that's happening. OG may be
rising.
OG may be inspired by 00Nation. We'll go for a similar push to that we saw from coldzera on 00Nation's CT side. They'll be committed with 2, though, and they'll remain that way, it seems. But will they continue? They're in a 4v5 situation. And they will continue to press on. Dumau now finds himself in a very awkward situation. 3 players remain then for this T side as they find a frag on that B bomb side. niko dropped. Degster's behind the smoke.
Oh.
There is a gap, however. Indeed, that is a hideous smoke. Lots of opportunity awaits if Latto takes a bad position. Here's the molly coming, though, and has to move elsewhere. 3-on-3 retake territory for OG to try and find another game point if they can be successful here.
Every smoke's got a gap in it now. Finally, one lands onto Cave. It is this 3v3 post plant you were talking about. Well, they're going to try and boost over towards ramp. Maybe they don't need it. Latto fighting ahead of the smoke. Degster gets one back, but look at coldzera straight through the smoke. No fear, no problem for 00Nation as they tie us up again. I love that peek from coldzera initially, by the way. Just as the smoke was landing towards B long, he peeks just before it blooms. And it's just so awkward for the CT there. You know you've been spotted, and you can't really fall back. You can't really spam back as easily. Really great timing from him. coldzera's feeling it.
So much utility in the fight for mid. dumau forced away. First team to 19 to take Ancient. OG continuing to have 2 players towards A. Very defensive on this occasion, but Neofrag heads back towards Donut. And again, we return to that slow poke from 00Nation. Flames looking for a gap. Does he see anything, though? No, he doesn't see what we see.
Yeah, that's the common angle to pre-aim. Sometimes even pre-fire. Look at the damage. NQZ dishing out the damage, but Flames comes right back. 3v3, but that A site is completely open. Might not matter, though, because Degster gets a kill elsewhere, and they've still got the man advantage for the retake.
Next in NQZ remain. Bomb is ticking. Degster, the only one without a kit in this round. They are taking their time, though. Fiku starting to poke in. The urgency is rising. Fiku lost. Next spotted. Just trying to stay alive now. The smoke will certainly help him. Try to buy time. Flames man on the bomb. Going for the straight defuse. They don't fake. That's what they say. Game point again then for OG.
Just sticking onto it. Good patience there from Degster. Catching the lurking player. Really what helps that retake become doable. And then credit to OG for their patience there. They realize, yes, the bomb has just been planted, but let's coordinate effectively for this retake. Did exactly that. Now they have another opportunity to close out this first map. They had 6 chances in regulation. They couldn't make the most of those. Now they have an opportunity to close this map in overtime. Oh, and they've got some aggression down towards B. Oh, look at the damage! 1 HP for niko. No way. Still a huge advantage for 00Nation, though. Although with that map control lost, the rotate is here and the stack is ready on this A site.
Will they commit to this 00Nation, though? It's almost like they've got too much time and more proactiveness. We see the pop flash. Neofrag goes through the smoke on long A and sees nothing. But the lurk is so far back. 1 minute would feel like an eternity for 00Nation, who starts to head the other way. He sees so many targets, Degster, but he can't fire off another shot. 00Nation know they've been seen. But will they second guess themselves? NQZ is alone in mid with the bomb. Scoped up, trying to make his way towards B. Flames has to hope his timing is the right one. dumau still lurking on the other side of mid. Neofrag rotating over towards the bomb site. Oh boy, that is a hell of a timing here. And it seems that we might not be done with this one just yet.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think the steps were heard there by NQZ. He calls dumau back. Really good composure from 00Nation to realize once we get this kill, let's cancel plan over towards B bomb site and come back to A. And I mean, OG have to go for it, but their chances are so slim. niko even decides to go with the AWP because he's got 1 HP. But it's not going to be easy to use it. Flash up high, player on this site deals with the first, and NeoFrag cannot transfer. So a second overtime confirmed here. Will the madness ever end?
Perhaps not. We may be here forever. This is still like a hell of a comeback by 00Nation, honestly.
Yeah, man.
The clutches they had to win in normal time were all nightmare mode. All of them. More than 1v3. Unbelievable that they were able to fight back. And that's such a great thing to spur the team on. OG then continuing on the CT side. See how important this position is as niko doesn't want to be dropped early. Look at this charge though into the B bomb site. There you go, lining up nicely for Fiku. Finds two and a third. Smoke on his right hand side so he can focus on the ramp. Then there was next 1v5. Makes a shot from degster at the very least, but clearly too much to ask on that occasion. Well, that was a fast one. OG needed something to go their way in a strong fashion, and that certainly did.
Couple of players reaching the 30 frag mark on the OG side. It's so crazy that Zaiwu earlier in the other game reached 30 kills in a 16-4 win. And it's taken 2 overtimes for anyone in this map to get to that point. It's Flames and degster who have been delivering. In that round, it was Fiku. What a massive performance from him on that B-bomb site. And now Flames gets involved towards mid as 00Nation's magic finally got away from them. Down a man early. Down the first round. How do they bounce back here? Ooh, bit of damage onto coldzera. No opportunities presenting themselves here for 00Nation. OG up in the 5-on-4. Happy to stay turtled up. You've got to crack that shell.
Well, this is going to be quite the battering ram if they commit to this. Again, we've got next lurking in that mid position, trying to cut off that rotation. They need to find success in the first place. 38 seconds, that clock is running down. And there's a lot of utility for OG. They've got more smokes to deploy that 00Nation are going to have to stand and face. We can see Next trying to pull players away now. But as he shows presence around Donut, there are still grenades coming in. coldzera goes down, and they're unable to respond to that tight shot from niko again. And that'll be a cosmetic frag elsewhere, as this round will go the way of OG.
Yeah, you just wonder if 00Nation are running out of ideas here. It looked very uncertain throughout that round. And as they end towards B, again, they don't really have the flashes there that they were able to utilize. Next was the one man who had 2 flashes for the team, but he used them over towards A, trying to sell the fake. As they moved into the B site, they were relying fully on those smokes. And niko, who's had a little bit of a quiet game, steps up. Now we've got an auto sniper out for NeoFrag. An option for you in overtime. Not one that's used too frequently, but I think it's viable.
It's got great no-scope accuracy.
Hell yeah. We love that. There is always the chance he just leaves that at spawn, for what it's worth. Before anyone gets too excited. Oh, he's left it at spawn, man. I was getting excited.
Hey, if there's a smoke execute on A later on, they're going to be spamming that smoke. from spawn.
Dumau. Oh, Flames must have seen him. They haven't cleared Flames. No way. Oh, now Cold's burning. Flames spams onto a second. It is brutal. Oh, surely. Does he see it? Oh, he does now.
That was enough. Dream is collapsing for 00Nation on his T side. Running out of steam. Water's looking pretty lukewarm. Better be fast and accurate. Remaining 2 players of Latto and Next. Hello. That is a beautiful flashbang. Sailing through the air, touching nothing. And again, OG don't need to give a frag up. Ooh, this is going to be painful, isn't it? Or is it?
Nice peek up top, helps out. Oh, niko's flank. Well timed, and Latto. I mean, he's putting the smoke down. He's screwed here. He doesn't realize there's a player behind him. OG finally able to get themselves going here. Surely they are in a good position now.
3 match.
I mean, honestly, with how this game has gone, I'm still not sure. I'm still not certain.
3 game points. Yeah, nothing is guaranteed. That much is guaranteed. You're welcome.
that's the guarantee. That's the Bardolph guarantee.
That's my new phrase. I'm coining that right now. Nothing is guaranteed. I guarantee it.
Well, this is now 10 game points in total for OG. And Flames, aggressive early. No time to waste. They're committing to this A site.
Swing and a miss with the AWP, and this could be, should be, the end of the line on Ancient finally. OG having to do it the long way. But with the lead they had, I think the important thing for them is that they did it. 1 versus 5 for Next. Bomb planted. He has the kit. He's got 1 frag, but not the second one. They got there in the end then, OG. A lot of mishaps, a lot of big clutches from 00Nation in normal time. But in multiple overtimes, they will finish off the job.
I think it's more relief than anything from OG, but they'll take what they can get. And that still puts them in a very good position for the series. Remember, that was 00Nation's map pick, so still a strong result for OG, even if it was sketchy at times.
Indeed. We'll hit